Okay, so completely unrelated to what we're going to be talking about today, but does anybody else think that the Mejiro song sounds like Christmas music? It throws me off every time. Anyway, hello everyone. We're back. Jobber Trader gonna show off his Jobber Ubas, which doesn't look Jobber at all because you can see that they're all here and there's another one down there. In case of oh yeah, my cursor. Yeah, see them all here, and then there's another one down there. And if it doesn't seem obvious enough, the team going to be running for Gemini Cup is going to be Brian, Scarlet, and Vodka. I initially wasn't going to run Brian as an ace, but I heard that Shadow Break could potentially have very good timing. So I'm just like, screw it. Let's see if we can get... let's take full advantage of that. So we made many Brians. We actually started doing a Pace Brian because I wanted to make a Pace Scarlet. It would be great if she was front runner, but unfortunately, I do not have the stuff to make one. So we're going to just kind of go through it. So first of all, this one I'm not using, but it is my high score right now, so that's pretty neat. But they have this Brian I got, which got almost everything. I didn't get Speed Star, which whatever. I can live without. The more important thing here is that she is rocking 4 excels, which is pretty nice. We got the budding, we got the head on, and we got the ignited spirit power. That's pretty nice, as well as also some like decent other skills, because yeah, like the whole idea was I was gonna make Pace Brian first and she would function as a parent for Daiwa, was like the whole idea behind it. And before I did that, I made sure I made a at least a Fuji to maybe potentially pass on lights of vaudeville to some of the Umas. That didn't really end up happening. It just kind of worked with Brian, and that was it. Which, that's fine. But out of them, this was the Pace Brian I'm like the most happy with. She actually has a decent amount of like guts. Power is actually decent, but wit's a bit low, which I'm not too big a fan of. But Pace Adversary can keep it up, and again, we have those excels. Beeline and Body and Mind Firm Chorus is good golds. Now for the Daiwa, even though we're running her as Pace, and yeah, it would be better to potentially run her as somebody else. Well, runners are front, but yeah, this one I did try her guts a couple times, just because she does have a 20% guts growth. And I did get this one, which I thought was pretty decent, but the skills were just kind of not great, because this was like the build I was running, and yeah, it wasn't good. And I got so fed up with trying to run a Guts Scarlet, because I wanted to do Guts Scarlet and Vodka. But eventually for Scarlet, I'm just like, okay, this Guts build's pissing me off, so I'm gonna make a normal one. This is the last one I tried with Guts. And then literally the next run I do, which is somewhat normal, we got this Daiwa. It's kinda beautiful. Max speed, over 1,000 power, over 1,000 wet, turf S, mile S. How I managed to only get 500 guts at a 20% guts growth character? I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, here's the Daiwa. Shadow Break, Budding, Form Core Center Stage, Speed Star. I actually got Speed Star, but it was kind of crazy. As well as, you know, Ice Spirit Power. Couldn't get head on, which I think is like the biggest demerit. Also, like, only getting stamina, but that's what the Tokyo Race Course is merged for, is just to bump this up for the speed boost at the very least. I have Watchful Eye on. Oh yeah, I have Watchful on Scarlet and Brian, I believe. Okay, not this Brian. Which Brian has Watchful Eye? Okay, this one does. Oh, maybe I'll use this one. This one has like no excels. Look, Brian is going to be used. I just don't remember which one. That's smart. That's smart me. Actually, I might. No, I'm not using this one. Shit, whatever. I'm pretty sure it is this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be running this one, but I did go ahead and put on Watchful Eye to kind of help counteract the speed eaters. Because compared to Brian, I think Daiwa has the most chance to die. So that's kind of the main reason why. But yeah, really like how this Daiwa turned out. Really good mid-race, I believe. And you have Shrewd Step, which could be do something funny. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, really like how that one came out. And Vodka, I committed to the Guts build, and let me tell you, she was also pissing me off. But she was pissed me off in the middle of it. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make some late Bryans, not as a parent, but for a potential contingency plan. And then eventually we got this Vodka. This one turned out kind of great. Not quite max speed, but close enough. I would have liked more guts, but honestly, hitting S power, still somehow hitting like over 600 stam and having a decent amount of wit. I was like, okay, this is the best Vodka we're gonna get. And she got on your left and full of vigor, which, let me tell you, when I learned that this card's gold is like a flip, I'm just like, I made a terrible decision. But we got one anyway, and this one has Uma Stan. Look at that. So hopefully this will help her break out from potential end closers, because not potential, from end closers. There's going to be end closers. But yeah, so yeah, this one turned out kind of great. Love this one. Very excited to see how she does in CMs, because I just have her on the team trials team, and she wins a lot, which is nice. And then there's some late Bryans, which I'm still trying to figure out which one I really want. I would say out of all of them, I would say either this one or maybe even this one I like just made, but this one has like no skills, which kind of blows. Yeah, it kind of blows. Yeah, I just been really struggling to try to get like a late Brian to work. It's not been great. It's not been great. But yeah, actually, yeah, I think it actually might be this one, because that way it can actually take advantage of full throttle, because she has a lot of stam, which that's good. I think maybe dropping. I think if I were to go back, just like not going with Beeline and getting some other stuff, maybe, but I don't know. I'm kind of done making Bryans, but so yeah. So the whole point of this team was, for one, to make Scarlet, Daiwa Scarlet and Vodka good. Just because, you know, they've had a history with being rivals, so actually making two very competent ones and have them like pretty much like race against each other, just it's lore accurate. It's lore accurate. But the whole point of me making a pace Brian, potentially some late Brian, not sure which one it's gonna be. None of them are very good, in my opinion. But the whole point is, like, if I have two pace, if I have Brian pace, the whole point is that at least one of them might get Shadow Break off of one another. And with late, it would, you know, same sort of function. And it's going to be very lobby dependent. If the lobby's very front heavy, my paces are kind of dead, but that gives a chance for Vodka to take advantage of Trace and Sheer for one of her excels. If it's end heavy, then that's going to be rough. Because I think, when does Budding Blossom work? I think Budding works... I'm not sure if it works in second place or not. That I don't remember. But yeah, if it's like super end heavy, I think the team is just kind of cooked. But if it's front heavy, there's a chance. And if there's actually a good mix, I think I just kind of control the middle, and those are probably my best chance to get some really good wins. But yeah, I'm probably not going to make this many Umas for a single CM again, because I would like to play other games, to be honest. I mean, I mean, yeah, I like this. I enjoy the process of making Umas, but goddamn, it does take a while. Especially just kind of knowing that I kind of get the Uma I want within like almost 5 runs. Because I pretty much got the Brian I want. It's either going to be this Brian, the one that just has some decent stuff on it, but like no other uniques. Or this one, which just has the most amount of excels. Probably this one. This one has a lot of skills. I'm just kind of at the mercy of actually proccing them, which... Ooh, maybe. We'll see. But yeah. I probably won't be making this many Ubas again. I'm definitely not going to try to run Guts build again, because goddamn, trying to get a Guts Scarlet was brutal. I ran her normally one time and it worked. And just trying to get a Guts Vodka. Well, in the end, eventually got something really good. This was a lot of attempts, and these ones are just duds. They're A+. So, yeah. I am looking forward to it. Gemini Cup will probably still be kind of brutal, but because it's like a shorter distance track, it is kind of gambly. So maybe we can, again, sneak out some wins. But, yeah. That'll be the team for Gemini Cup this time. So, yeah. Want to see more from me? Sure, check me out on my YouTube. Check me out at Firo McNosky, which is the same across all my platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky. Hope you've had a good morning, day, evening, or night. Be excellent to each other and be excellent to yourselves. Peace out.